Welcome Jay Allard, Robbie Bach, and Ed Freed.
You look like you've been having some fun over there.
Well, you know, Robbie, I always wanted to be a VJ.
Yeah, I noticed you mixed in some audio from last year's show.
Well, just the promises. Just the promises, baby.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Or actually, welcome back. I hope most of you were here with us last year, because we did make some promises then. We told you that Xbox is here to stay, that we are in the games business to make a difference, in it to lead.
We told you that we'd have more than 200 great games by holiday, and we promised to take gaming to new levels.
We told you that Xbox was the platform designed for the future of digital entertainment. And we promised that that design would pay off with Xbox Live.
So tonight, first things first, we have delivered.
We've delivered with the highest attach rate on record, just 17 months after launch.
We have delivered Xbox Live in 11 countries with over 500,000 gamers playing over 15 million game sessions every week.
And we've delivered new experiences that have changed the nature of video game entertainment.
With that, Robbie, I think you should tee up the promises of this year.
Thanks, guys. So a year ago, we said that behind our commitment, driving our momentum, is our vision. A vision that sees the games industry growing and doubling over the next 10 years. Tonight, that vision is as true as ever. Video games are at the core of the Xbox vision, and Xbox developers are innovating with new kinds of characters, new forms of competition, new genres, and new franchising. Now, gaming is also about community, and Xbox Live is building gaming communities by bringing people together as never before. And now, gaming is also a part of a lifestyle where people, devices, and content converge. Look around. Look at the choices people are making around the world, the entertainment they're enjoying. In hundreds of millions of homes, people now have MP3 players, digital cameras, and DVD players. There are more than 250 million internet-connected PCs around the world, and not just in offices. They're in bedrooms, dens, and dormitories. And the connections are getting faster. By 2005, more than 150 million people worldwide will have broadband. And these people are not just buying trendy new gadgets and faster connections. They're choosing and creating their own lifestyle by mixing technologies together in fascinating ways. We define this movement as the digital entertainment lifestyle. Now, people living the digital entertainment lifestyle want to be connected to entertainment, information, and other people. And no one is more devoted to that lifestyle than video game players. So how will we connect gamers with a lifestyle they love and the entertainment they want? Our answer is Xbox, the video game console designed to enable the digital entertainment lifestyle. By design, Xbox is ready to inspire this industry to expand by connecting people with more games, more community, and more varieties of entertainment more of the time. Tonight, we're going to show you how.
Beyond the game. Competition. Victory. Respect. This is XSN Sports. The game has changed forever. Compete like never before. Dominate anyone, anywhere, at any time. Slam, outmaneuver, and crush the competition. Create a league. Enter intense tournament action. Work your way into the XSN Sports Hall of Fame. Real-time statistics are kept. Rankings are updated. Rivalries are born. Check it out on your league's website and see how you stack up to the competition. Facing a tough opponent? Scout which plays he's run, find his weaknesses, and exploit them. XSN Sports is a whole new level of competition on an unparalleled combination of technologies. Play the games on your Xbox. Hook up with opponents through Xbox Live. Check results, stats, and rankings on the web using your PC. Even get standings and challenges on your mobile phone. At the heart of it all are the games. Go! All built for online play and real competition. Human competition. XSN Sports. Compete beyond the game. It all starts August 2003.
Now, XSN Sports from Microsoft Game Studios is a lineup of new Xbox Live games and sports leagues that blows away every notion of sports gaming to date. On XSN Sports, you'll be able to create your own teams, manage your own leagues, create your own tournaments, all from a single XSN Sports website. Your scores, your stats, your standings and statistics will all be updated on the site in real time. So every 15 minutes, Xbox Live is there. Compete all you want in any game. Kick butt, build your legend and your reputation, and you can read about it the next day on a virtual sports page on xsnsports.com.
Now, if we want to connect the Xbox to the digital lifestyle for more people more of the time, we have to do more than deliver great games. We have to expand the definition of interactive entertainment. What if you could use your Xbox to mix your favorite music and digital photos, bring the experience into the living room, and share it with your friends? Xbox Music Mixer is an exciting new title that unlocks more of the entertainment potential of Xbox by connecting the console to the digital entertainment lifestyle. Music Mixer is what Jay used to produce our pre-show tonight. Yeah, clap for Jay, come on. And it gives Xbox owners new ways to play, share, and have fun with the music and digital photos that they love.
And we're not going to stop there, Ed. We're bundling a microphone with Xbox Music Mixer this year so that you can enjoy karaoke capabilities, like the ability to strip lyrics out of any song and sing along yourself.
Well, Music Mixer brings the club experience home with an interactive media player. So just like Jay, you can be a VJ, a producer, even an American Idol, just like you, Jay.
Well, and just like all the ambitious content that you've been showing up here, Ed, we've got some ambitious plans for Xbox Live. Let's have a look. expanding the content with over 100 games in the Xbox Live pipeline this year, expanding the competition, and expanding the community. That's what Xbox Live is all about. And as you'll see tonight, we're going to jack you into the online universe like no other company can. When you fire up your Xbox this fall, you'll instantly connect with friends and have the ability to check your stats, see what's new on the service. We roll this together in a new feature called Live Now. Live Now also delivers on the #1 feature requested by the Xbox Live gaming community, a place where gamers can collect before or after games when competing on Xbox Live. Now, another innovation, the Live Web, will give you that same type of information that you get on Live Now, but here on the internet. So whether you're stuck in class or stuck in traffic, if you're at the office late and you want to know what's happening on Xbox Live, no problem. Any web-enabled device will give you a window into our Xbox Live universe. Another new feature, Live Alerts, is going to allow you to receive game invites and notifications about games, about downloads, leagues and tournaments, and a whole lot more on any MSN Alerts-capable device, like your PC, like your Pocket PC, like your cell phone, or maybe one of these cool new Spot watches.
You've seen where our industry can go. The video game industry has two choices. There's business as usual with some incremental growth, or there's the opportunity for explosive growth to make interactive entertainment pervasive on the order of music, movies, and TV. And we can make that happen by expanding our audience. We can make that happen by expanding the definition of video game entertainment. So what are we waiting for? At Xbox, we're not waiting for anything because we don't have to. We're not waiting for the next hardware cycle before expanding video game entertainment, taking it online and merging it with the music people listen to, the sports they love, and the friendships they cherish. We're not waiting for the future. Xbox is creating the future now. As the software and services leader, Microsoft has what it takes to drive that continuous innovation. We've got what it takes to inspire the next generation of games like Halo 2. We've got what it takes to build and grow the world's largest broadband content services, Xbox Live. And we've got what it takes to enable new experiences that bring together people, devices, and content which serve the digital entertainment lifestyle. The software and services expertise to make that vision come alive is hardwired into our company. It's in our DNA. It's what we do. Thank you.
My name's Robbie Bach. I'm the Senior Vice President and Chief Xbox Officer for Microsoft. This year at E3 was a great show for us. We had an opportunity to premiere some great new titles from Rare, the first Xbox titles from Rare. Halo 2, probably the most anticipated title in the industry, probably a bet for best of show on the console side. We were able to show some new Xbox Live capabilities, ability to meet friends in new ways, new types of competition. We launched something called XSN Sports, which is a sports franchise for us. Really a very busy show and quite exciting for us. The booth is packed. You know, as you look over the course of the past year, we really had a great year. We started off in Japan with a little bit of a difficult launch there. We then had a very successful launch in Australia and in Europe. We've carried through now to the point where we are #2 in every market in the world except Japan. We have anywhere from 20-25% market share up to share in the high 30s in Australia. Australia actually is our best market share-wise around the world. On a title basis, we had some amazing hits, things like Splinter Cell, which sold 1 million units in 7 weeks leading up to holiday. So we've built a lot of momentum. We think Xbox is here to stay, here for the future. Successful launch for Live in many countries, now coming soon to other parts of the world, including Australia. So I think things are looking very positive for the business. So if you think about the titles we've been showing here at E3, it's really quite an amazing list. If you look across all the key franchises, things like Tony Hawk, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Bond, Soul Calibur, that list goes on for a long time. All the key franchises are coming to Xbox, and that's obviously a big exciting point for us. Second thing, if you look at individual titles, there's probably 10 or 12 titles that are candidates to be what we would call console moving titles, sort of the key titles that will make things happen. So you look at things like Ninja Gaiden from Tecmo, is a gorgeous fighting title that we think is going to be very exciting. Counter-Strike, which is coming from Microsoft, is going to be a great online title, great Xbox Live title. Things from Rare, Grabbed by the Ghoulies, Cameo, and Conquer, Live and Uncut have gotten a great attraction to the show. When you think a little bit more on some of our other third-party partners, you think of things like True Crimes from Activision, we think is going to be a very big title. You can also look at some other Microsoft titles, Fable, which is a role-playing game that we think will be exciting. Obviously, Halo 2, this will all culminate in the spring with Halo 2, and that is going to be a blockbuster. So when we look across the lineup, I could go on. DSX2 from IDOS. There's a whole list of titles. We announced Doom 3 coming to Xbox. That's very exciting for us from Activision and id. If I go through my mental list, I left off the entire Tom Clancy family coming with new generations to Xbox. So Island Thunder, which is an addition to the Ghost Recon family. Raven Shield and the Rainbow Six family is coming to Xbox. 13, which is a new online Tom Clancy-based franchise. We are just chock full of things across that world. And then the final thing that's exciting for me is you look across the broad base of games. So if you think about things for younger kids, things for women, we have a whole set of new titles that are coming in that space as well. I already mentioned Grabbed by the Ghoulies, but things like SpongeBob SquarePants, which is a big franchise in North America for a young audience, will be coming to the platform. Finding Nemo, which is a new Disney Pixar movie that we think is going to be very successful, is coming to Xbox. You're going to see Sonic the Hedgehog is coming to Xbox. So if you look kind of across any genre, any age group, any gender, we think we have the titles that are going to make things happen over the next 12 months. Clearly on Xbox, Halo has been an amazing phenomenon. The first version has sold over 3 million copies worldwide. It's far and away the best-selling game on Xbox. It really has created phenomenons to things including LAN parties, where people are bringing 4 Xboxes, 4 TVs, and hooking them together and playing. And so it's become sort of a social phenomenon in addition to being a game phenomenon. Now here at E3, we're showing the next generation of Halo, Halo 2. And people should think of this as a sequel. It's the game done, redone. It's entirely new worlds, new creatures, new capabilities, an entire new scenario and storyline that builds off the last story. Halo is turning into a cinematic event. It's a movie that plays itself out in a video game. And that is what it draws people into the game. And we're just making the environment that much more rich. In this version of Halo, the graphics and audio are, believe it or not, way above what we were able to do in Halo 1. If you look at the types of gameplay, you'll have third-person capabilities in this game. You'll have the ability to have multiple guns. You'll have the ability to jump on vehicles, more than just the base vehicles, but jump on any enemy vehicles and drive them. The richness of the environment, it's a futuristic view of Earth, and you can imagine the creativity that the Bungie team is applying to that is really going to change the way people think about the Halo universe. I think it's an opportunity for us to really broaden this and turn it into a mass market media property, which is very exciting. The other big thing about Halo 2 is it's Xbox Live enabled. So everybody, multiplayer Halo is the way a lot of people really prefer to play the game. Xbox Live will be fully live enabled with a multitude of gameplay options. It will be the definitive Xbox Live game. The Bungie team is putting a lot of effort into making sure the live implementation is great. I think it's going to be the game of this whole entire console generation by the time we're done with it, and we're very excited about it. So one of the other things we're featuring at the show is Xbox Live. We're now in 11 countries around the world. We have 500,000 gamers playing on the service. On average, when somebody comes on the service, they pay for 2.5 hours at a time. So it really is quite a phenomenon. And you know, some of the key things that people are excited about, we have this concept of gamer tags, where you can have your name and build your digital identity across all the games on the Xbox Live service. The other thing that people are very excited about is voice, and the ability basically to trash talk with their friends and have a much more interactive experience than you can have with a text-based online experience. Even to the point now where we're adding a capability called Live Now, which is basically an area you can go to on the service to meet your friends and talk about what to play. It's sort of like the audio chat room concept, and we think that's going to be very, very exciting as we go forward. One of the cool reasons we're able to expand Live so easily is that it's very simple to do. You buy a kit. The kit comes with a microphone like this one and an adapter for your controller. And all you do is you plug this into the controller. You take your microphone and you plug that into the front of this like this. And now you can put it on your head and away you go. And now you're on the service playing games with voice. That is a killer combination and really has shown that there's a lot of opportunity for excitement. By the end of this holiday, we'll have 50 online titles in North America. By this time next year, we'll have 100 online titles on the service. So I think the future for online gaming on Xbox is really quite bright.
Hello, my name's Peter Molyneux and I'm Chief Creative Director at Lionhead Studios, and I'm going to be talking about 3 games that we're working on. The first game is a game called The Movies that's been in production now for a year, and it is a game about running a movie studio. A game about taking a movie studio from the 1920s up to the modern day, creating their own styles, creating their own films, and each of these styles and films are totally unique to you. The more successful films you make, the more money you can make more films. But the unique thing is, in the movies, is that you get to shoot totally unique movies which are saved to your hard disk, which you can then send off to your friends. So it's like all the simulations you find in a game like Theme Park that I did before, plus the fact you get to shoot totally unique movies. So there's a game called Movies. Also, we're working on a game called Fable on the Xbox. And Fable is a role-playing game. It's the first title I've been involved, the first console title I've been involved in. It's been in production for 4 years now. The reason it's taken so long because we wanted to create all the things you'd find in the most compulsive role-playing game on console. Plus, we wanted to give the player the freedom to do some really incredible things in the world. So not only do you get to play through the quest and become a hero and become the greatest hero in the world, you can also go into towns, you can buy weapons, you can even get married and have children. And the character you play in the game reflects the sort of person you are. You can play a role-playing game as good or as evil, and you can see where I got the inspiration from that from. And then the other game, lastly, that we're working on is a game called BC, which is another console game. Rather like, even though when you see the shots you're not going to believe this, it's rather like a platform game. But a platform game where you play a tribe of people in a prehistoric land. It is going to be, and I can promise you this, the most brutal, vicious, bloody game that has ever existed on any computer. And when you actually lay into a T-Rex, or more exactly when a T-Rex lays into you, the objective is to turn your stomach. And what you must do as a player is you must take your tribe of people safely to this valley through all the challenges of the prehistoric world. So that's 3 unique titles that Lionhead's working on in addition to Black and White 2. And I think it represents probably the best that we can possibly do.
And action, is it? Hi, I'm David Perry. I'm the president of Shiny Entertainment, and the team at Shiny has been working away for the last 2 years on making the video game called Enter the Matrix. Enter the Matrix is the first game that has really shown how Hollywood and video games can work together. And this was made possible by two really key guys, the Wachowski brothers. They were the guys that wrote, directed, and created the universe that is The Matrix. They've just finished 2 new movies, The Reloaded and Revolutions. Reloaded is about to hit the movie theaters. Revolutions is coming soon. And so the thing that's exciting is these guys are gamers. They are hardcore gamers. We didn't have to say, you know, hey, wouldn't it be cool to make a video game of your movie? That came from them. They know what gamers want, and so to that extent, this was the easiest project in the world for us, because they proposed that they would write new script just for this video game, then direct it and get all the actors to work on it, the stunt people to work on it. Now, I thought they meant like a small little sequence that they would do. It turns out they wrote an hour of new movie, like it's like making a third movie. I mean, they've got Revolutions Reloaded in the video game, so they made an hour of new footage for that. But on top of that, they added another hour of motion captured story. So we have 2 hours of new Matrix story that you will only know about if you play the video game. And that is their gift to gamers. And so the goal, or you could even call it an experiment, is really, if somebody is sitting in the movie theater watching the Reloaded movie, they're going to enjoy it. If somebody's sitting beside them who's played the video game, they're going to take ownership in what happens in the movie. When something blows up, they were the one that blew it up. When someone's about to die but gets saved, they were the one that made it possible to save them. And so I personally saw the movie last night, and the fact that I know the story in the game and I see how they edited the movie, it works perfectly. And so the strange thing is what's our industry going to do now? Can we really go back to the old way? And the old ways of making movies based on, or games based on movies, is to get the name of the movie and just try and make a game on that, or to license the entire movie and try and just copy it identically. That would be the holy grail in theory, meaning that you're experiencing exactly what the movie was. However, the problem is it's an old story, so the gamer's not getting anything special. He's just getting to experience an old story. That's why this is new, that's why this is exciting. Now the twist was, this game needed to give gamers the Matrix experience. And so we couldn't just relax and say, well, we got this great movie footage, you know, so we don't need to care about the game. The game needed to have everything. We had to have running on the walls, we had to have amazing kung fu, bullets, dodging bullets, we had to have a car chase like they have in the next movie, we had to have all kinds of stuff, including hacking and flying the hovercrafts. And so this very quickly turned into like just a monumentally big project. And it all had to be done by the same day the movie was going to be released. And so we had to bring in people from every country in the world, including Australia, to get this game done on time. And we've managed to do that. It's on all formats. And so in the game, you play as one of 2 characters, Niobe or Ghost. Niobe is the fastest pilot in the fleet, the fastest driver in the whole rebel base in Zion. And so basically, there's the other character, Ghost. He is, the Wachowski brothers describe him as a Zen Buddhist Apache assassin. He's like the perfect video game character. And so you get to choose one or the other and then play the whole way through the game as one or the other character. You can't switch halfway. They don't play at the same time. You see the whole story as one path and the whole story as a second path. And we have new movie footage and new story that gets revealed when you do that. The reason is again, you're getting to experience what's going on behind the Matrix. Niobe's important. You'll learn all about her in Reloaded. And Ghost is her first mate. So it's like, imagine there's a hovercraft. The one in the first movie was called the Nebuchadnezzar. This one's called the Logos. They are the captain and the first mate. Niobe is Morpheus. Ghost is Trinity. It's the same thing. And you have an operator called Sparks. And so you'll see why this is important. I can't give away any secrets right now, but I think you're going to enjoy it. So anyway, have fun and make sure you see both movies and play the game and watch the animes. And then you will know what the Matrix is.
The legend can be found in every known civilization. The myth has taken on many shapes and forms. but all speak of a powerful, highly intelligent race. A race that has vanished.
Our mission was compromised, but we found the truth. We cannot turn back now.
So it is true then.
You saw them? This is nonsense. Their whole existence is but a myth. Unless, of course, you have proof of these divine beings. Living proof.
Next spring. Learn what it means to be truly human.
So I'm Chris Olson. I'm the producer for AMP 2. I'm going to show you a little bit of the game and what makes it so exciting. So this year, what we did is we actually created these 3D panos. These environments are actually generated from satellite data that we captured that gives us topographical information that lets us extrude these mountains. So when you play it, it's what it really feels like to be there. It's so exciting for people because they're able to go and go, oh my God, I've been there, I've ridden there. We did that for every single resort that we've done for the game this year. So as you can see, everything's in game. You know, this game this year is the only first-party title that's in high definition. We've gone to such huge detail. You can see clouds going across the sky in real time. As your character goes into the lighting, the lighting will actually pick up on the character and their shadows will disappear. All of our characters are bump mapped. They're about 12,000 polys. It's just, we've taken it far, far beyond anything that anyone's done in a snowboarding game. The other thing that's really cool and exciting about AMP is it's not the typical extreme sports game that's come out before where you are, you're just opening up levels. You actually have this career that you care about your character, you care about what they wear, what they do, how they look. You want to impress the people on the mountain with how stylish you are, or how big a trick you can do. So it's really, you're building a superstar career as you play the game. That's really about it that we're doing. It's a big step forward for extreme sports games. No one has ever done anything like that. And the cool thing about style and combos is that it's what they really do in snowboarding. And AMP was the first game to ever really kind of capture the culture effectively, and we're just taking that to a new degree, and you're going to see more of it.
Freezing. We gotta warm him up or he'll die. No problem. Here's a little trick I learned back in Kalios. Good idea, mate. What? I've seen this done before. He'll split open the dead beast's stomach and stick Rexus amongst the warm entrails. No, that's not necessary. Just stick it in there. It works better when they're dead. trouble here. Damn it, that's smart. Those bullets are hitting me. Damn it, it burns. Did you see that? We're gonna be legends. I like to kill. I really like to kill. When I'm done killing you, you'll wish you were dead. Oh, mother freaker! So, there you have it.
Bond. James Bond.
Raven's fuel supply and make a killing selling gas.
Oh, boys, we got a fox in the hen house. And some people targeting our fuel tanks.
Now we're good.
ばっかみたい。
よみがえってくるこの感覚。
あなたに私は倒せない。
Hi, my name's Kobayashi. I work for Capcom. I work in their R&D 4 division, and I'm actually the producer of Dino Crisis 3. One thing I'm really proud about this game is that it's got about 60 minutes of CG movie footage in it. One of the reasons why the movie section, the CGs of this game are so great is that we actually hired two very famous Japanese movie directors to help with this. You probably don't know much about it in the West, but there's a famous series of movies in Japan called Gamera. It comes from the Godzilla lineage. Those directors, they actually helped make some of the scenes in this. And when you think about it, Final Fantasy, the movie, was about an hour and a half of CG quality. So this is 60 minutes. That's pretty close for a game. For this game, actually, the main place you're going to be traversing is this gigantic spaceship, deserted spacecraft, the Ozymandias. Right now, you're taking a look at it. And actually, this Ozymandias, this huge spaceship, disappeared some 300 years ago. And people forgot about it, but then all of a sudden, it appears. And your scouting ship sees it and is sent to go in and see what's the matter, the spaceship. And as you see in the opening, the main character is right now going to scout the ship. Something terrible happens, and in the end, they have to jump, get inside the ship, When they get inside the ship, they come across these gigantic mutant creatures that kind of resemble dinosaurs. And I know the title is Dino Crisis, but when you think about it, there's these three people that get on this ship and they run into these really strange creatures. It's almost closer to Aliens than it is to any kind of a dinosaur-esque movie. Actually, they proceed through the game trying to figure out why there are these mutant reptile-like things on the ship and why they're attacking them. That's part of the mystery and the fun of the game. One other thing that's very cool that I really like about this game is that the big spaceship, this Ozymandias that you're on, has the ability to transform. And when I mean transform, I mean it'll rotate sometimes, or different parts will separate, different parts will connect together. So all of a sudden, the path you took to get to one place may change after you transform the ship. So while you're in the same place, it doesn't ever feel like the same place because you are having to totally recreate new routes that you've gone back to. All right, now I've actually entered into the spaceship, and I'll be able to control the character here.
Dad! Take it easy.
They all got into the spaceship, opened through a shutter, and now they've met up with each other.
It takes at least 7 days before we can expect a rescue. That's after we're declared overdue. So we better secure the ship and search for any survivors.
Huh? What is this?
I'm okay.
Well, I know it looks like a gigantic reptile, but it really is very different from a dinosaur. If you look at its flesh is sticking out, it's totally a mutant, so to speak. One thing that makes this very different from other Dino Crisis games is that you can freely walk around the environment. It's total 3D, and you have this jetpack that helps you zoom across all the different environments, different from the other two Dino Crises where you had to walk through jungles or facilities. And now look, here's a different creature. Sort of got like a hammerhead sort of shaped skull. And they fire electricity. For this game, you have two different weapons. Your main weapon, which has unlimited ammo, you just blast away, and then this thing called a wasp. They're little like robotic droids that shoot out of your backpack, and they help you out a lot in battle. One last thing you can do with your main weapon that fires the rapid fire is hold down and shoot a gigantic powered-up bullet. Here's the wasp. As you can see how quickly it took out the dinosaur. And if you ever run out, you can either pick up some new wasps somewhere on the stage, or depending on the dinosaurs that you kill and bonus items that you find, you'll get points. Use those points sort of as credits, money, to buy new ones. There's a shop in the game. That's about all I have for you today. Thank you very much for your time.
Along with the most powerful conglomerate on Earth, has been performing secret experiments in their base on Mars. UAC scientists have made discoveries that will forever change human existence. Then something went terribly wrong.
Return fire, Alpha.
Bravo team, move to the wall. Go, go.
I can't help thinking this is always where my troubles begin. It looks so simple. Help out a pretty dame, kick some tail, and leave town. But it never ends up that way. Things get real complicated, real fast.
So you want to fight in the games? Do you have what it takes? Different warriors are like animals. Some are fast and deadly, like the snake. Others are slow but strong, like the bear. Know each warrior well.
I want to get out of here and see the world. Take me with you to the tournament.
Then let's leave this place.
As one. It is now time to use what you've learned.
So, you have finally accepted your destiny.
It took 2 in the nose, then dropped into the atmosphere.
Who was first contact?
405th out of Diego Garcia. But don't expect a big welcome. Covenant wiped most of them out before they hit the ground.
Immediate. Grid Kilo 23 is hot.
Recommend mission abort.
Roger, Recon.
It's your call, Sergeant.
We're going in. Get tactical, Marines!
Covenant ground forces own this city. We'll need to deal with them before we can kill that cruiser.
Pile out! Go, go, go!
I'll evac the wounded. Keep me posted, Cortana.
Of course, Sergeant.
Sir, Corporal Perez, A Company? CP's this way. Must be seeing things. That's the brass dude.
Come on, come on, come on! Stay with me, Marine.
No tags.
Hang 2 units, Oneg, and he needs an airway.
I'm calling it. It's 1900. The lieutenant got hit as soon as we dropped in.
Who's in charge now, Corporal?
Sergeant Banks, ma'am. He's pinned down up front. Come on, I'll show you.
No, behind that ST. Yeah. 3 more, coming left.
I'm running low, man. Oye, Parsons!
Yeah?
Is it clear?
You tell me.
Friendly's moving out, covering fire!
Ask for reinforcements. I didn't think they'd send a Spartan. We gotta take that thing out. Cover me! Tech HQ, this is Sergeant Banks. Hostile artillery 200 meters north.
Sergeant, this is Major Easley. Hang tight. We're inbound. Verify delivery of ordnance on target.
Head on, Major. Take my weapons. You'll need it.
Hang on.
Bingo! There's the cruiser. Now, all we need to do is... Bet you can't stick it.
You're on.
Hi, my name is Craig Ward, and I'm associate producer / designer for Namco Home Tech. And what we're looking at right now is Kill Switch, our latest in third-person action shooters. And what we have right now on screen is James is in cover. Our cover mode is our major feature tactic in this game, to where you can go to the edge of a world or a piece of environment and look over the side and use it as cover and shoot. Right now what he's doing is going into pillar cover and peeking out and throwing a grenade to take out multiple enemies at the same time. And what the object of the game is to advance using stealth-like cover to kill your enemies. Right now he's peeking out and using blind fire. Blind fire is our feature to where you can stay in cover and not be vulnerable to the enemies while still taking out some of the enemy. All right now he's still in cover. He's advancing, firing grenades. Now he's in full cover and he's using our targeting system, which zooms in and allows you to get a closer view of the enemies that you're attacking. Okay, still using cover in this environment right here was made by Chris DiMartini, one of our lead artists in the program. And it's supposed to symbolize a desert scene, kind of like our Iraq war that we just came out of. Okay. There he is zooming in using our targeting system, using the sniper mode to take out people. Now he's diving into cover again, using multiple fire, and he just blew up one of our flammable canisters that allow you to take out multiple enemies at the same time. What he just picked up is one of our many health pickups. We have ammo pickups, health, grenades, all kinds of things that allows the player to proceed through the level. Now what he's going to grab is one of our stationary weapons that can actually be used by the enemy as well as the hero. Maximum fire rate is like 50 per minute, 60 per minute, 1 per second. Now he's in cover again, while not exposing himself too much.
representing Segment America. I'm here to show you NBA 2K4. Again, partnered with the ESPN, we're again bringing a lot of the ESPN integration into the game. Again, the main menu screen, you'll see the Sports Center presentation, the Sports Center desk, a lot of the Sports Center presentation elements, all the ESPN overlays, and the style you come to expect, really blurring the line between TV broadcast and a video game. So over here we'll pick, let's see here, probably the future matchup, NBA playoffs, finals, and say the Sixers versus the Lakers. And here we are, again, the all-new ESPN NBA presentation that we've added in our game. A lot of additions and changes have been made. People last year, a lot of consumers, although they liked our simulation feel, and since we kept realistic the game, they didn't feel like we kept the pace of the game real to what is representative of the real NBA. So that's changed now. If you notice, the passing is much crisper. The flow of the game is really, really smooth, and it's just an overall faster pace of game. Another thing we changed this year is a gravity model. When players take jump shots last year, they kind of went up and then they fell down. They just fell down really quick. Oh, just got dunked on. This year, we worked on the gravity model, not just for jump shots, but for any kind of situation. But it's most apparent with jump shots like fadeaways right here. It's a lot more smoother, a lot more natural looking, but it's really, really emphasizes the dunks. The dunks look amazing with the new gravity model. Just like last year, NBA 2K3 will be using the unique head technology. Basically, last year, all the top NBA stars had their own unique head. I mean, when you saw the stars, it looked like them. This year, we're doing it for every single NBA player in the NBA. So right here, you'll see a cutscene right here. And hopefully you'll get close enough to see Iverson's face. There it is. A lot of changes we made. We also changed the turbo meter. Last year it was a simple bar. This year it circles the player. And as it goes down, it'll slowly become a smaller circle. As you can see, the fast breaks are much faster, and they just work a lot better than last year's game. And that's the whole deal. We really listen to consumers. We really want them to enjoy the game, but at the same time, we don't want to, we don't want to make it too arcadey, like our competitors do sometimes. NBA 2K4 will be online for Xbox and PS2, and like all of our sports games, we'll support voice chat for Xbox and PS2.
Hi, this is Brian Shields from Acclaim Entertainment, and today I'm taking you through NBA Jam. All right, NBA Jam, coming out in October on PS2 and Xbox. We're playing the Xbox version right now. The granddaddy of them all is back. NBA Jam is the most famous basketball arcade franchise of all time. We have 50 legends in the game, everybody from Dr. J to Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, George Gervin, Bill Walton. You actually play through a Legends tournament where you go through the decades, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and as you play through the game and beat these teams, you unlock those players. Once you unlock those players, there's the tie into our Create a Team feature. So you could have a backcourt of Magic Johnson with Allen Iverson. Or you could have Shaquille O'Neal as your center with George Gervin in the backcourt, if that's what you wanted to do. We also have a creative player feature. We have over 700 dunk animations, 2- and 3-man alley-oops, behind-the-back passes. We have the classic Jam elements like On Fire, Turbo, Turbo. We have hot spots on the court. We also have something called Gone Cold. When you haven't made a shot, actual icicles will fall from your fingertips when you shoot the basketball. One of the things NBA Jam was always known for was its great color commentary. The original voice of Jam, Tim Kitzrow, is back doing commentary for NBA Jam. We're going to have 4-player support, so you can play as a team, 2-on-2, or you can play as 4 individuals. It's up to you.
I'm here to show you off the best football game on the E3 floor, NFL 2K4. NFL 2K4 built on the NFL 2K franchise, which has been probably the most innovative football franchise in video games so far. This year, we partnered with ESPN. We did last year as well, but this year, we're taking a greater role in putting ESPN into our games. So right from the main menu, you'll see that at the Sports Center desk, you'll see all the overlays throughout the game, all the overlays, the style that you expect from an ESPN broadcast in the video game. Really blurring the line between watching a TV broadcast and playing a video game. Selecting the teams here, we'll select Niners and Seahawks. And so right from the loading screen, ESPN NFL Countdown. You see all these elements really getting player as if it's a TV broadcast. And just like a TV broadcast, you'll have a stadium flyby right at the beginning that just really captures it really makes you feel like you're a player on the field. NFL 2K4, as well as all of the Sega Sports games, are running on a new library system that enables us to save a lot of memory devoted to these kind of cut sequences. These are high-quality, high-polygon cut sequences, and this ability is it's a cutscene buffer. Anytime during the game, we can load up a cutscene on any kind of situation. For example, in football, if you score a big touchdown, you'll see a cutscene of the crowd, doing the wave or just going crazy in general. Right now, they're doing a warm-ups before the game starts up. Again, high quality, anytime, and it's a really excellent kind of technology. So let's start off the game. I'm returning the kick here. And away we go. A new system we're implementing this year is the charge system. You can tap the button to move faster, or if you fill it up, it'll flash, and then when you initiate a move, you'll see the energy rings. That basically gives the user the ability to know when they've done the move successfully, when their meter is filled up properly. It's just a better indicator of how to use the special moves. Another thing we changed this year is the play calling. In the previous years, we've had radio and play calling. We really liked it, but we listened to the consumer. So the consumer wanted something a little easier to the eye and something a little more manageable. So the play calling system here is kind of the standard football schematics, and it's really easy to get into. You know what plays you're calling. It's not confusing at all. Overall, NFL 2K4, what we try to concentrate on is the ESPN NFL 2K4 integration. the polish of the game. We've really been criticized for not polishing our games enough because we've always been innovating and fun. We want to make sure that even as realistic as our games are, we want to make them fun. NFL 2K4 is coming out fall 2003, and it'll be coming out on PS2 and Xbox. So we'll be supporting voice chat as well. So you'll be able to talk to your friends on Xbox Online and Xbox Live, I should say, and when you play the PS2 online.
Morrison shoots. Vancouver scooped it up. Jovanovski shoots it. Vancouver picked it up. Jovanovski shoots it quickly. Vancouver with it now. Gets the shot off. Blocked. Naslund fires. It's off the post. Morrison gets hold of the puck. Jovanovski shoots. He scores.
Softworks, and showing off our new role-playing game that's coming out this summer called Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a PC and Xbox game. It's coming out in conjunction with the Disney and Jerry Bruckheimer movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, which is based on the famous Disney ride. It's being developed by a company called... And several years ago, they made a game called Sea Dogs, and they started work on a sequel, which is what Pirates of the Caribbean became. Like I said, it's PC, Xbox. This is the Xbox version, and really pushes the hardware. They have an awesome engine they've developed at Akela. And like I said, it's a pretty deep role-playing game. You have your character, you have skill points you can give out to various things. Most of these things affect combat and sailing around. You spend about half the game wandering islands, talking to people, trading for items, getting quests. There are dungeons and things like that you can fight skeleton pirates. Let's head out to the dock here. So even though you have your character, I kind of like to think that you have two characters. This is my ship. And you're always concerned about your ship, how much crew you have, what's the status of your ship. You can buy bigger guns, you can buy and sell different ships. And so again, this is the Xbox version, and their engine is really tuned for water effects. So let's head out to sea here. This is a cutscene that sets up the first quest in the game. The game takes place before the movie. It's not really a prequel as much as it takes place in the world of Pirates of the Caribbean. So you'll run into the Black Pearl, the skeleton pirates, those kind of things. There is has its own main quest. There's also all these side quests you can do depending on who you align with. And this is the world sailing map. We'll pull back here. There's 8 different islands, 12 different cities. You can see various ships come along, weather patterns, see the clouds moving. So that affects the wind and things like that. And the ship is coming after me here. So there's me in the high seas. You have different day-night cycles. You see my crew going about the boat doing various things. Use a lot of pixel shaded effects for the water.
I'm a test lead from Microsoft on Project Gotham Racing 2, which is what we're going to demo for you right now. So Project Gotham Racing is a sequel to the best-selling racing game on the Xbox, and basically what we're going to give gamers who have experienced this before is something they can't get anywhere else. More great cities, more cool, sexy street-legal cars, more ways to earn kudos, more ways to show off, and most importantly, more ways to go up on Xbox Live like we're going to show right now, trash talk your friends, win races, find races against people all over the world, and show who is the best Gotham racer. What we're going to show off right now is Moscow, one of the cities that we're demoing here at E3, and they're going to appear in the game. You're going to see it's extremely photorealistic. This is what Moscow looks like. And what we're racing in is the sexiest of the sexy street-legal cars, the Enzo Ferrari. This is the new car coming out from Ferrari, their pride and joy named after the founder, and I think you'll agree, it looks great. It's faster than heck, and it drives amazing. If you can, there's basically two ways you can go right around Moscow in this car through the streets. You could buy a Ferrari, take it over to Moscow, shut down the city, and race, or you can buy Project Gotham Racing 2, which is probably your better choice. So if you look around, you'll see storefronts that really exist in the city of Moscow. And there's some right there. You see phone booths, adverts, everything. This is from the real city. Our artists flew over to Moscow, took thousands of pictures. They went back to Bizarre Creation Studios in Liverpool, and they modeled out this city. And I think you'll agree it looks pretty amazing. There's the classic in the distance turrets that we all associate with Moscow architecture. We're playing over live, so there's my competitor who's in first place in front of me. I can see what his name is by his gamer tag. I can see him racing. I'm going to try and catch up to him right here in this hairpin and burn by him. And I blew it. So I'm going to back up. One of the nice things with a car like this with 600 horsepower, I can make up some ground in a hurry. Again, you can see the detailed architecture there on the right of the buildings. There's self-shadowing on the car. The car is modeled to within an inch of its life to look exactly like the real Ferrari. And you gotta admit, it's gorgeous. And there is nothing like flying around at 140 miles an hour, coming up into a hairpin, and trying to execute it nicely against my friend. One of the hallmarks of Gotham is kudos. So not only do you want to race fast, you want to race with style. So as I slide around a little bit, up in the right corner, you can see I'm getting rewarded for that kind of racing. And I go fast, I can show off while I'm doing it, and I can let everybody know how good I am.
I'm in.
If we can stand up to him, all Europe may be free.
A state of war has existed between the United States and the Empire of Japan.
Men will still say, this was their finest hour.
I'm production coordinator on Soldier of Fortune 2 for the Xbox. One of the big things that is different from the different for the Xbox version from the PC version is the addition of Xbox Live. We're also going to have System Link available as well, but Xbox Live obviously is a new thing, a big thing. We're going to have, after the game ships, we're going to have downloadable maps, original maps never before released, that people can download using Xbox Live. All right, guys, look alive. Here we go. All right. So right now what I'm doing is I'm playing against some guys back at Activision headquarters on Xbox Live here via DSL. We're playing Elimination Mode, which is one of the 6 modes of gameplay available in multiplayer. We have Capture the Flag, Infiltration, Team Deathmatch, and Demolition. Demolition is a new game type that we've added. And we also have 3 new weapons available in multiplayer. Walkie-talkie feature allows you to do team commands. I can go in here with my walkie-talkie, and I can go in and I can set all my team to channel 9 here. And anytime I push the white button on my controller, I can talk to just the guys that I put into my walkie-talkie channel. This is something new that I believe we're the only ones that have tried for the Xbox Live so far. There we go. One of the cool things about Soldier of Fortune 2 is the use of the Ghoul 2 animation system. It was a big feature in the PC version. It's also working quite well in the Xbox version. It allows us to create realistic animations. Realistic damage zones. There's 36 damage zones, dismemberment zones. Another cool thing about the Soldier of Fortune 2 is we have over 15 weapons, authentic military weapons. This is one of the weapons that's only available in multiplayer that we're actually adding to the Xbox version. That was not available in the PC version. There we go. Red team eliminated.
Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords, eternally retold.
悟はいいか？魂を捧げよ。
Battle 1. Fight. Win.
悪いが寝ていてもらおう。
Battle 1. Fight. You win.
マルモルギアよ、待っているがいい。
Of Heavy Iron Studios, who's the developer of SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom. This game is going to be out on PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. It will be out in the fall of 2003, so hopefully October. In our SpongeBob Bikini Bottom game, Battle for Bikini Bottom, you can play up to 3 characters, both SpongeBob and Patrick, and then we've also included Sandy Cheeks, who's his squirrel friend. There are 9 different levels for you to play through. Each consists of about 3 or 4 different areas, including some sub-bosses and some boss monsters. We have 3 sub-bosses, 3 boss monsters on top of that. Again, 3 playable characters, each with their own unique moves. A lot of the levels are from in fact, all the levels are from the show. We've got Jellyfish Fields, which is one of the main areas from the show. We've got downtown Bikini Bottom. We've got Goo Lagoon, the Dutchman's Graveyard. Some of the things that's really cool about the game is we've got these really great cutscenes with the actual characters, and the dialogue has been recorded using the actual stars from the show. So here you have Squidward here being chased by jellyfish, and he's running. So basically, your job as SpongeBob and his friends in this game is, one day you're at home playing with Patrick and thinking about how cool it would be to have your own army of real robots to play with, because playing with fake robots isn't as fun. And so what you guys come up with is a great idea. SpongeBob comes with this great idea where he's going to take this little toy robot and he's going to stick it into a magic wishing shell, and he's going to wish for a real army of robots. Meanwhile, at the same time, Plankton, sort of Bikini Bottom's, arch nemesis, if you will, he's concocting another one of his diabolical plans to take over the world and steal the Krabby Patty formula, which he always seems to be after. And he comes with this idea of inventing a real army of robots that work underneath his control that he can take and use to take control over Bikini Bottom. Now, Plankton, in his grand scheming, of course, forgets to throw the Obey Me switch before he turns on the duplication switch, and he ends up with an army of robots that run amok through Bikini Bottom, don't listen to him, and end up destroying, all of the world and all of the town. So SpongeBob, when he wakes up in the morning, thinks that this is his fault because he had wished for an army of robots. So therefore, he takes, guilt in that and responsibility in terms of saving the world and fixing, this army of robots that's run amok in Bikini Bottom. We've got some great cutscenes, like I said, using the actual voiceover actors from the TV show. We've got, I think, over 12 characters from the cast of the show. All the favorites are there. Like I said, the playable characters are SpongeBob, Sandy Cheeks, and Patrick. But we do have characters like Mr. Krabs, Squidward, Mrs. Puff, Plankton, of course, Larry the Lobster, and a whole host of other characters from the show as well. Let's see. Some of the other unique features of the game that are pretty cool, besides the unique moves that SpongeBob and the other different playable characters have, is we have this thing called the underwear bungee. And SpongeBob can find these hooks throughout the world, and he can attach his underwear to the back of them and use the underwear as a bungee jump. And he's got to collect shiny objects and keys and coins and stuff like that. Here, I'm showing Patrick can actually pick up and throw things, unlike the other characters that usually call him bash things, excuse me. So the last mechanic that we have that is really pretty unique to this game is what we call our tongue boarding. And that's actually taken from the show. There was an episode where Sandy, his buddy Sandy Cheeks, actually goes snowboarding or shellboarding on her last day before hibernation because she's a squirrel, so she has to hibernate. So she teaches SpongeBob how to shellboard, but SpongeBob doesn't want to ride in the shell. He wants to go out down the mountain some other way, so he decides that he's going to use his tongue. We think we got a really great reaction from people when they see him stick out his tongue and go sliding down the mountain, licking left and right, and doing his double turns and his twists and stuff like that. So I think we're really offering a very, very varied experience with a lot of different things for the player to do, keep his attention. Different player characters, lots of different mechanics, different things to interact with in the world, all set in the familiar setting of Bikini Bottom.
This pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
fights with me.
Get on those gun turrets.
Bring her to me.
All Republic forces, pull back.
It is too late to retreat, Admiral. There is no escape for us.
You are strong, child, but I will break you.
I'll never fall to the dark side.
This is but a taste of the dark side.
Yosh, 打ち合わせ通りに行くぞ。
ボックス3、先行して偵察を頼む。
はい。
ボックス2は俺と陣地のダッシュだ。
はい、隊長。
こちらフォックス4、砲撃地点の確保に向かいます。
ボックス5はどうする？
俺も一緒に行くよ。援護がいるだろ。
助かるね。
こちらフォックス3、今から敵の無線を傍受します。
ここは逃げればいい。残りはジグスで行ったので。了解。
なるほどね。隊長、
こっちの守備隊はビッグ2機だけのようです。
了解。手薄なうちに陣地を落とすぞ。
気づかれた。隊長、気づかれました。
敵と交戦中。
ボックス3、偵察型で行くぞ。すぐに行くぞ。ボックス3がピンチだ。急ぐぞ。
はい。隊長、ゼロから敵が。
読まれてた。敵にも偵察型がいるのか。
ここは私が食い止めます。隊長はフォックス3を助けて。
すまない。
ちょっと。
ボックス3大丈夫か？
助かったわ。
こちらフォックス4、砲撃地点の確保に成功しました。
ボックス4、いいところに。そこから B3 地点の陣地へ砲撃できるか？
もちろん。
でかいやつをぶち込みますか？急いでくれ。了解。
オラオラオラ。
あ、
This is the 5-wood. Most people don't go this far on vacation.
Goodbye. Nailed him. Another kill. Scratch another one.
Send help now!
Welcome to the Rock. Use the sewers to infiltrate.
My name is Brian Clark, and I'm the producer on True Crime Streets of LA. In this game, you play the character Nick Kang. He's a detective on the Elite Operation Division of the police force, and he's kind of a loose cannon. He does things the way he feels they should be done, not necessarily by the rules. Right here, we've taken about 240 square miles of Los Angeles and set it using the satellite data to put all the streets in, so you can have the ultimate in fighting, shooting, and driving in one single game. In the game, you can drive wherever you want during parts of the game. You have a branching storyline that you can follow along, or you can just drive around LA. It's really up to you. During the drive-tos, where you drive from one point to another point, random crimes occur that you can try to solve to get more points. And with your points, you can eventually go to certain locations in the city to unlock upgrades to your car, to your fighting moves, to your grappling moves, to your weapons. There's a lot of RPG elements in the game. Let me skip ahead and show you some of the fighting. With our fighting system, it's not just a simple punch or kick. We also have grapple moves, finishing moves. All of these are upgrades as you progress through the game. So you see a little punching here and there. But if I get somebody dazed, I can try to pull a finishing move. and knock the guy out, hopefully. You can also give him an elbow drop once in a while. I can also use grapples on characters. You try to grab their arm. Sometimes they'll break my grapple, so it's not that easy. But I can pull a grapple like that, knock the guy down. Let me see if I can pull another grapple on this guy. He's defending against it. See if I can do a finishing move on this guy. Yeah! We try to make all the environments as destructible as possible, so there's not only destructible items, but hazards like cans full of flammable liquid that will explode. In here we have a car and a hydraulic that'll drop me out if you kick the guy into it, causing more damage. So we're trying to make a really robust fighting experience in the game. Let me show you a little bit of the shooting. As you progress through the game, you'll unlock different shooting modes. You'll start off with just double guns, and you'll be able to run around double guns. However, eventually you'll be able to use precision targeting, set the target on this guy, and try to get a one-shot kill to take him out. I can also just run around and shoot. I can do slow-mo diving, try to take the guy out, either forward or backwards. I can also pick up weapons. If there's a weapon in the area, I can pick it up in my hand. So I can use an automatic weapon to just blow the whole environment up, take out all my enemies. You can carry up to 2 extra weapons as you run and gun through the environment. You can hide behind objects if you want to be a little more stealthy about it. You can grab this gun here, a submachine gun plus a shotgun. Take everybody out with that. Just jump right here. You can hide behind objects, but one of the more satisfying things in the stealth mode is to actually take people out. You have to avoid objects on the ground that might cause noise, hide behind objects, sneak around, wait for your opportunity, and hopefully sneak in for maybe a sleeper hold kill. You get the idea. So we have a really robust game with lots of gameplay, lots of fun, and all at the highest level of quality.
Become the hero you always wanted to be. Connect with friends and make new allies in a journey beyond imagination. Fantasy Live Online. Play the game, live the adventure.
Navarez, and I'm going to show you 13, our game, a game with attitude, as we say. So, 13 is about the story of a man who is waking up one morning at the seaside. His memory has been erased. He doesn't know who he is, what he's doing. So if you watch here, the only clue about his identity is a key and a tattoo 13 where his name is coming from. So if you have a look here, what we try to do with 13 is to have a comics game, meaning all the codes from comics are in this game, like the cell shading, which is the most obvious thing, but also all the comic text, the comic special effect, the pop-up and window system. So it's better you have a look. Here the girl is dead, and the game is starting. So I can pick up knives, and for example, here, this is a window telling you somebody's coming and performing a headshot. You can use some objects as weapons, and like here, for example, again the knife. So everything we're doing in this game is about being something with attitude. For example, the Magnum. We have a classical gameplay. The little the text, which is something taken from the comics. You can use some object as weapon, as I said. The Magnum is just one sample weapon we have. The game is featured with over 16 weapons, and every weapon has different use. For example, here you will see, just to warn you, we're again using a comics code, a comics reference with a wide frame. And you see the guy falling. Everything is about being as close as possible to the comics. It's not really useful here, but you can carry body. In some stealth mission, it's very useful. In this mission, your goal is to get out the other end of this military facility. So again, we have this cool spear gun. But you can also go for a very classical weapon with a lot of explosion, people falling and fighting. One of the nice features, you have double Beretta like in any action or comics. I don't know if you have, if you're familiar with Sin City, the Frank Miller comics, but the guy has this with grenade. Just to show you something, the gameplay is made in a way that if you throw a grenade and you don't see where it's going, like here, there is a little window popping up to show you what happened with your grenade. Here is another example. And you see what happened on the other side of the wall. Here, there are two pop-up windows telling you, oh, be careful, some other people are coming.